Perfect, 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 perfect.
What is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic as always. Per usual, thank you so much for tuning into another video here on the Simply Car Things YouTube channel. And as the title of the video would suggest, we're going to be diving into some of the build plans that I have in store for my F82 M4. Now, this is a somewhat unusual circumstance because of the fact that I am in my second M4, which I was not anticipating to be in the slightest. As you guys know, with my previous M4, I had a very, very select and clear build path with that car that was pretty straightforward, and I was definitely already well into the process of getting started with that. My last M4 was a stripper spec, so it was very minimally optioned. Carbon roof, DCT, that was like pretty much all it had. Cloth interior, non-adaptive suspension, no Harman Kardon audio, all that good stuff, which I personally really, really liked. And I had the intentions of making a track car out of it because that's something that I've really have gotten into in the past year or so, is just hitting the track and having fun and just becoming a better driver overall. Now with this car, this M4, in terms of its spec, is optioned quite differently, actually. It's basically like almost fully loaded aside from like extended leather and a few other like small little options that the original owner didn't tick on the build sheet. Regardless, overall, just to get to the bottom line, my intention with this car as well is to still make it a track-focused M4. And I'm not saying I want to go full-blown track car, gut the entire interior, and throw like crazy aero on this thing, but I do have a lot of plans in terms of the suspension of my F82 M4 and just really fine-tuning the handling quality and the overall ride and driving characteristics that the M4 has. I really, really want to focus on just dialing this thing in to make it have some excellent turn-in and cornering capabilities, reduce understeer, and also work on the rear end as well through some tuning of the like suspension kinematics and whatnot, to really focus on managing the rear end and making it more predictable and a little bit more controlled in like a neutral manner, rather than how these cars come equipped out of the box stock. So obviously that's going to come in the form of coilovers, a lot of adjustable suspension components, and just a lot of things that we're going to be doing, of course, like I said, to improve upon that area specifically. In terms of power, which I think a lot of you guys are questioning, for now I'm going to keep the powertrain pretty much stock. The car is under factory warranty still for a little under a year, I want to say. So I think I have about like 9 to 10 months left of factory BMW warranty that I can take advantage of. So in the meantime, you know, I want to retain that just because this is the first BMW I've ever owned that has warranty still on it. So, you know, just in case something was to go wrong, or just in the event that there is something that I can use the warranty for, I definitely want to take advantage of it in that sense. And I also am not going to tune in the meantime because I don't want to, you know, void the warranty by any chance. I just don't want to risk it. Now, eventually, I think I am going to, you know, tune the car again. Obviously, my last BMW M4 had a boot mode stage 2 flash, which was pretty freaking awesome. The car hauls ass, you know, when it's on stage 2. But even this car in the stock form, as you guys saw with my previous first impressions driving video, this S55 engine is no joke, and it makes a lot of power even in the stock form. Right now, we're approaching winter, and obviously winter in SoCal here, you know, isn't a huge deal. But the air temperature significantly drops outside. Like right now, it's about 51 degrees, which is super, super cool for this area. And obviously the engine pulls really hard. For any type of turbo engine, you know, cold air is definitely going to suit it to make some higher power, even in the stock form. Now, fortunately, I was able to salvage a few components off of my previous M4 when it was in the accident. For example, I was able to hold on to my wheels, my Volk Racing ZE40s from my last car, and I also still have my full Dynon exhaust system, which is something I was super happy about, that I was able to retain, because that exhaust system is really expensive, and it's also really, really nice. It made my car sound freaking awesome. So I think at some point pretty soon here, the Dynon will go back onto this car, and we'll definitely get to open the exhaust up just a little bit, which I'm looking forward to, because the stock exhaust on this car is okay, but it does not compare in any way to a proper aftermarket exhaust setup. And you know, the S55 engine, I don't know, some people say it doesn't sound good, but I think it sounds sweet. So man, just really, really enjoying this car. But going back to the overall build plans and whatnot, the wheels, I might end up selling my Volk Racing wheels. I'm not entirely sure yet. I do have a very specific end goal in terms of my wheel and tire setup that I have planned for this car that I'm not going to share in this video. Hopefully you guys will find out sometime in the next few months as to what that is going to be, because I really, really am excited for you guys to see that, and I think you will like it quite a bit. But like I said, first things we're going to be doing, we're really going to be focusing and knocking out suspension, really going to be working on cosmetic enhancements with this car, and you know, I'll probably throw my exhaust on there in the meantime. But in terms of like intakes and just like other little bolt-ons and stuff, probably not going to touch that for now. Probably just going to do charge pipes. I'll probably do down pipes too later on. Probably when I get closer to when I want to remap the car with that stage 2 flash. But in the meantime, yeah, we're just going to make this car look really, really sweet, really aggressive, and then work on the suspension as well, because I want to get it dialed in for track use, and I want it to feel really, really good. In addition to that, for interior mods, that's something I want to focus on, especially with my previous cars and on the channel. I've never really done a ton of interior stuff to my cars, so I'd like to get, you know, a newer like Alcantara steering wheel. Eventually, when I feel ready for it, I think I'm going to upgrade the seats in this car, probably get some Sparco QRT bucket seats, and I'd love to get a roll bar in the back there as well. So, you know, just some cool mods to really spice up the interior and obviously make the driving experience much more engaging with those proper modifications as anyone would want, or as anybody that's going to hit the track would want. So that's definitely something I have planned with this car, is to do, you know, some track days throughout the year. I'm going to try to get at least one track day in before 2020 ends, because that's something that I have a big goal of. And in terms of braking and stuff, I also would like to, you know, swap out my pads, do the fluid, stainless steel lines, just that good stuff. And of course, you guys know I'll be making videos on that. Probably they're going to be DIY oriented, and you guys are going to kind of see the whole process come together. So I think I'm going to take this car overall just a little bit slower than my last one in terms of modifications with it. But don't get me wrong, you know, it's going to be a steady stream of content and a very steady build process with this thing. And honestly, at this point, it's been like a month, just under a month that I've owned this car for, and I literally cannot wait to start modding it. Like, I love this car, even stock, but now I'm just like, okay, let's get into the mods, let's get into enhancing this car and just making it as fun as it can be. And you guys know me, I mean, we're not going to keep this car stock. Please stay tuned. I, you know, seriously look forward to sharing a lot of this process with you guys, a lot of the process of my friends' cars as well, and just doing more car reviews on the channel, more commentaries, and just all the content. You know, we're back in the full swing of everything. So that's going to do it for this video. Just a quick update on the build plans, as I had mentioned in the title. And if you could please leave a thumbs up on this video, please subscribe if you are new to the channel down below. I would appreciate that a ton. Of course, guys, thank you so much for your support. I really cannot thank you guys enough for the comments and the support on my videos, the Instagram DMs, and just constantly engaging with the content that I put out on a fairly regular basis. It really does mean a lot to me, and I can only hope that we continue and scale this to the next level. So that's going to do it for this one. I will catch you guys all in my next video. Take it easy. Have a great evening or day wherever you are. See you next time. Bye-bye.